What is up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Pushing Buttons. This is episode whatever. Part two.
Dose.
Part dos. I am one half of the Bromance B, and today I am joined by my lovely co-host. Only one today. Claudia had some things going on, so shout out to you, Claudia. We love you.
Yes, shout out.
And we will be back.
We will.
We will be back next week with another episode. But this week, you got me and Keith. So, to my left, I have the very popular, melanin glowing, microphone toting, skin glowing, the second most beautiful man on planet Earth, right after my pappy, Keith. Jesus, fuck.
Feels good to be number two. Feels good to be number two. What's going on, B?
Yeah. So, up number two. We were shooting at a different area. Hopefully, you're not able to hear some of the bullshit going on in the background, but we're going to work with the best that we got. And today, we got some funnies lined up for y'all. We have a couple things lined up for y'all, and we're gonna have a good time.
Something short.
Some
like last time.
some short and light. And then we're gonna get into some shit, right? So we're gonna go around the room and see how everybody is doing. Just me and you. So we're gonna see how everybody is doing. So we'll start off with Keith, man. And Keith, how you be?
I'm doing good. I'm fine. Today is okay. Sunday. I'm doing good.
That's good.
Had a good week. It's going fine. It's a long week, but got through it.
Good. You know, and before we go into how I'm feeling, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. We are on Anchor for your ass. We're on YouTube, so go subscribe. Keith would greatly appreciate it, even though he won't tell you. So yeah. And then we're going to finish off how everybody is doing, and we'll go with Timmy. I am doing all right. I'm doing about as good as it's going to get. I'm excited to see how this turns out, this new episode, this new layout we got here. We haven't shot in this layout in ever.
This is the first time.
And we're back to square one, Keith, where it all started. Just me and you, the most boring episode of the Pushing Buttons
that no one
podcast
ever listened to.
that nobody ever listened to except Claudia and me and you. So it had 3 total listens.
Yep.
But it was horrible. We didn't like it, which is why we have Claudia on the crew now.
You, Claudia.
Yeah, we're missing you, but we're gonna try to do our best to shoot today's episodes with what we got. And we're gonna go right into the shit. Keith and me were talking about some very interesting stuff before this podcast started.
Yeah.
So Keith, man, roll us through it, man. What were we talking about?
So I was listening to a different a podcast during the week, and they came across a term which I never heard before, and I never heard of this ever, and somehow BYU came up, and you know they're Mormon, right?
BYU the school?
Yeah, BYU the college. You know, it's like Mormon.
Really?
In Utah, I think that's where it's at.
Shit, I didn't know that. That's
And
news to me.
It's like a Mormon school, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And they came up across a term called soaking.
Soaking.
And it's basically it's like having sex without having sex. They was using it as like to preserve like a girl's virginity. So a guy just sticks it in and just sits there with no thrusting, no grinding, no climax, just sits there. And I wanted to ask B, how is this possible? Or what do you think about? Because I thought it was very weird.
That's not. What is the purpose of that?
I don't see the purpose. I don't see how it's sustainable.
It's supposed to give you blue balls.
Really?
So basically, you're supposed to feel like you're about to get it. That's messed up, man.
But you're already inside. So how can you just sit there? I don't get it.
Yeah. So that's what we were asking, right? Like, what happens if you What is the purpose of it? Was there a purpose for it that you looked up?
No, I don't. No, I don't see the purpose. I guess
It was, you said, to preserve the virginity
Yeah.
of the girl, but that doesn't make you a
I
virgin
know.
no more,
That's what.
right?
Yeah.
I thought that's how it worked. I don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know anything. We're not an educational podcast.
Definitely not.
So I don't know. We didn't even do sex ed in school, so I don't know.
Not really. No.
We did, but it was shitty. I don't remember much of it. Do you?
Not really. You learn everything outside of school.
What did you learn from sex ed? What was one thing you learned from sex ed?
Nothing. Like we knew everything already. Like they didn't tell you. They didn't teach you anything you didn't know. Like, did you learn anything? Did you learn anything? I didn't learn anything.
No, I didn't. Sorry, I got snacks today. I didn't learn anything.
Like everything that they were telling you, you already knew.
Yeah, I didn't like. First of all, I was a late bloomer, so I didn't have intercourse like right away. So in high school, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, same for me.
Yeah, so I wasn't like.
But that didn't mean we didn't know, right? Why are you laughing? What's funny?
I don't know. I didn't learn anything in high school about sex ed. Like they kept. I remember just penises.
None about
like
that.
I remember seeing penises, and they were like condoms, and they're good for you. Put them on.
Yeah.
But I didn't know anything else about sex. Like I didn't know what happens. I didn't. There's a lot of things, right? You're supposed to like. I feel like you should learn a lot of things when you.
And that's not how it went. But to be fair, they teach sex ed a little later than they supposed to though. Like if you go to high school, like is that where you first heard it?
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's a little later because by the time you get to high school, you already know about.
When do you think you should learn about sex? When is the appropriate age, Keith? Nowadays, it seems like straight out the fucking womb. But
Yeah, probably like second, third grade, I would say.
second or third grade.
Yeah,
Dang, that's
you
early.
you tell them about what, because come on, at that point, kids aren't dumb. we gotta stop. We gotta give kids aren't stupid.
Yeah. I wonder,
Like you don't have to go into full detail.
when did
But-
you start realizing
Still realizing what.
like there was weird things going on with your body? Like you got your first boner or some shit like that. That should be a milestone for us.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably like third, fourth grade. Probably fourth grade. Yeah, fourth, fifth, something like that. Like 8, 9, 10.
So around the same age that you're saying we should learn about sex. Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah.
I think around.
Because kids aren't stupid. Like by the time you get to high school and learn sex ed, you done seen everything in all those books or whatever,
Or
slideshows, whatever they try to show you, right? Like you're learning nothing new.
Or porn.
Like, well, kids gonna see that way before they get there.
That's true. I remember the first time I saw something sex related on a movie or a TV show.
I saw some way before then though.
Yeah. I think I was like young, like a kid. So yeah, I don't know, man. That's weird. Soaking is fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't see the purpose of it.
It sounds like it's no fun for the girl. It's no fun for either. It's no fun for either party.
It's no fun for either party, to be honest.
It's no fun for the guy. It's no fun for the girl, especially the guy. You get like blue balled. That's basically getting blue balled. Because you just stick it in and then there's nothing going on. How do you stay hard?
That's what I don't know how you will ever.
Like, I get, like, my thing gets sad, like, if no action's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Like I would think everybody gets sad if no action is going on.
Like there's nothing
Eventually
going
it'll
on.
move inside, but it'll be like a sad move, right?
Yeah.
Eventually,
weird.
You just lose the
That's weird.
luster, I guess. Because you can't move, so what are you actually doing? You just sitting there, you're not kissing or nothing? Because if you kiss, then you're moving, right?
I was but I was telling you that was like some handmade tail shit. The show. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I haven't.
It's fucked up. They treat women like shit on that show. Yeah. Anyway, they're like weird about it. Like the way they have babies is weird, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. Like the way they had babies, it was like there's a lady, the Handmaid's Tale girl, the handsmaid. Her job is to strictly for birth.
Oh wow.
And so then the guy goes in and he lifts her thing up,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's just laying there, and then he sticks his stuff in her, and then the wife of the guy is watching
Yes.
while they're doing this, but there's nothing else. It's not meant for pleasure.
It's meant for reproduction.
Yeah. And so he's just doing until he releases the heathens inside of her. And then that's it. And that's how that works. And so that kind of is what that reminds me of. Except you're not doing anything.
Yeah, you're
just sitting there. Soaking sounds like no fun. I don't want to be part of no soaking.
At all. Just do it already. Right?
You're sick.
I'm just saying, at that point, like, we got all the way here. What are we doing?
You're just, soaking in the sun.
I guess that's what it means,
You're just soaking in the sun, hanging out. That blows. I'd be so pissed. And that's the way that they fornicate?
I guess, yeah.
Or is that just foreplay?
I don't know.
What did the article say that you brought up? Look it up. Because that's strange. There has to be a purpose. Look up Google what's the purpose of soaking. It's probably your Google searches are probably going to look wild.
No. Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. My college girlfriend thought the Mormon dick soak would preserve her virginity.
And that's stupid.
It's planking for your penis. Including in church to be a loophole. It's a loophole.
Yeah, a loophole. Because, the Bible says you can't.
He remembers the term...
Whatever. I don't even want to say the Bible.
He remembers the term insertion without thrusting. Being used freely at Sunday lesson attended by teenage boys, adult leaders, and the bishop. Oh. Sexually frustrated Mormons and evangelical Christians alike have adopted soaking as the next best thing to premarital sex.
Yes.
It's images depicting awkward and embarrassing social interactions. That's fucked up.
Does it change your mind after reading what you just read?
Yeah. So it's basically like dry humping.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Well, you're not humping though.
Right. Well, dry humping, you're not necessarily fucking either,
No, you're not, no. But you can still, I guess. I mean, dry humping is weird to me too.
Oh, look. He said the girl he was messing with wanted to, preserve her virginity. So what is considered virginity to you? Like, virginity, if you have your virginity, that means your vagina is intact? Like, you're not.
You never had...
Like, you've never had sexual intercourse?
Yes, never had sexual intercourse.
What's considered sexual intercourse? Like, giving head?
No.
That's not sexual intercourse?
No, it's not.
So what about dick into asshole?
That's intercourse. Oh, no, well... Well, I don't know.
See? What constitutes as intercourse?
Yeah, I guess. I mean... Yeah, well, why don't they just do that? Well, I guess,
Like, what is constitutes into that? Like, it seems like it's a loophole. They're right. It's a loophole.
Yeah, it's a loophole, yeah.
Look, he said that they would fool around and dry hump and perform oral sex, but she was adamant about maintaining her virginity.
Why? I don't know. If you're doing
because it looks crazy, right? That's sad. When you think about it, that stuff's sad. Like, you can be the most religious person in the world. Maybe you had sex with somebody at an early age, and then you probably were like, "Oh, that wasn't cool," or experimented, whatever. You do things when you're young, and then now you're like banned from, shamed by religion,
which is crazy,
right? Isn't that wild? Look, he's gonna describe his first time they soaked. The first time we soaked, we were on the floor of my living room.
God.
She asked me to put it in, but not move around. We never referred to it as anything particular. We just did it. I think if we'd given it a name like soaking or floating, she would have been pretty upset. It wasn't premeditated. She just had a strong desire to have sex and was willing to push the boundaries of her virginity as far as her sensibilities would allow. Huh. There wasn't anything special about this maneuver. We would just lay in the missionary position motionless.
So as long as she don't think it's sex, it don't count.
Yeah.
It's basically what I'm getting.
So is virginity subjective?
It shouldn't be, but that's what I'm feeling this article.
Do you think virginity is subjective?
No.
No?
No. It's one thing or the other. Right? Is it not?
Look, he busted a nut.
How?
Look. He said all that build of anticipation made it super exciting. Needless to say, it didn't last long. After maybe 2 minutes, what a fucking loser. After maybe 2 minutes of just laying there as motionless as I could, I pulled out and came on her stomach.
Oh my God.
I don't think she came.
I don't think so either.
She most definitely still considered herself a virgin after that.
Not happening.
Continuing to wear the ring and alluding to it in our private conversations.
I bet. Wow.
We did it 3 or 4 more times after that. There was always squirming on both our parts, but never real thrusts. I guess squirming is technically moving, but it's not like her preacher.
It's not like
it's not like her preacher was reffing the event. I was inside her.
I was watching, I bet.
I was inside her. It felt good, and sometimes would kind of grind involuntarily.
I mean, you got no choice.
It was torturous for both of us, but it was going as far as she could justify and going. Wow. This guy, man, this shit is nuts.
This sounds like some edging type thing.
This sounds weird. Some what?
Some edging type.
What's
thing.
that?
Edging is like when they so you know what edging is?
Mm-mm.
So you pleasure yourself until you're about to climax.
Oh,
that's
damn.
what it sounds like, right?
That sucks.
That sounds like torture. That's what it sounds like, though. Torture, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what's considered like a virgin or not no more.
You don't think it's subjective?
I think it's subjective.
You think so? Why?
Because to everybody it's something different. Virginity is something different, clearly. Right? Clearly she thinks that she technically didn't have sex with somebody. He just put it in and didn't do nothing. So to her, the act of thrusting is the actual sexual intercourse.
Okay. But I don't think so.
And then somebody who does anal because they don't want to
I can get that.
Do that vaginal intercourse, then does that technically mean you're a virgin?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. You still had sex.
You did.
Well, to me, it's still but that's what I think.
But you didn't have it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's subjective. That's how it's subjective.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like I argue one aspect of it, and then somebody else might think it different, right? Mm-hmm. I think having sex period is whether like you stick it in a butthole, whether you stick it in her ear, and whatever the fuck. Like it's all sex.
Anything like orally, you think that's taking it too?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think you're a virgin no more at that point.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know. But I guess the technical term would be like, somebody who has never had
intercourse.
Vaginal
intercourse.
You
gotta say that. Like
vaginal intercourse. See? Yes. But oral sex is it's called oral sex. What are you talking about? Like that's sex.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. You're right.
And then anal, just because I didn't stick it in that other hole doesn't mean that, you still the other hole's still getting hit. So like, I don't know, man. That's weird. That's an interesting little
somebody came across listening this week. It was just
soaking.
I thought it was very weird.
That's what we're gonna name the episode this week. What is soaking?
Cool.
Even though we're gonna talk about some other shit. That was just a lighthearted topic.
Yeah.
And we're back. We took a mini break, and we're back. We're gonna talk some fucking sports today. Finally, and we have a special guest joining us. One that's joined us before, my brother from another mother and another pappy, CJ. What up, CJ?
Yo, what's good, B?
What's up?
All right.
Chief West in the building. What's up?
What's going
on? All right,
on?
man. So we're going to talk some shit today. I want to hear you guys' perspective on some of the shit going around in the sports world. And so we've got...
Did you want to do the Ambrose thing first or no?
No, let's get straight into the sports. We're going to talk about... we wanted to see how CJ felt about some of these incidents with the fans. Incidents incidents with the fans and what the fuck we would do if some of this shit was going on with us. So for people who don't know what we're talking about, we had a couple of NBA incidents where some fanatics thought that they could get away with doing shit to the players. So one of them, Russell Westbrook, got popcorn thrown at him while he's walking out after getting injured.
Yeah.
Somebody dumped some popcorn on him. And then on another one, we had Trae Young get spat on by a fan. And then on another one, we had John Morant's family
being
heckled
yeah.
and basically probably something racist, I'm going to assume.
And sexually, too.
Oh, was it sexual?
To his mom, yeah.
Oh, shit. No, so they were yelling crazy shit at his family, and they banned these people. So how do we feel about that, CJ?
Wow. Well, that's my first time hearing about the John Morant thing.
Really?
But, yeah, Utah banned him, yeah.
Probably because I was working all day yesterday, so I didn't hear it. But with, people don't realize it's always the people who don't play sports doing that stuff, right? You look at some of the stuff that happened in the Malice at the Palace. The guy probably never played for any team, right? Or even with the Westbrook situation, this guy looked like a non-existent hooper, right?
Yeah.
It's always the guys that do that because the people who actually play the sport knows it's like the man code, right? Certain stuff you just don't do.
Yeah.
There's certain stuff you just don't do. Spitting on something? First off, you don't spit on nobody. That's the situation, right?
Yeah.
And to do it when you play at basketball, man, oh man, you're already in a heated arrangement playing somebody. And then to spit on them, I've seen people fight for way less on a basketball.
A lot less.
Like legit, a lot less. Like no. And then the same thing with the popcorn incident, man. And these fans, I don't know. I heard somebody say that they wanted to put more security. I mean, there's nothing you can do. They can still pour it on them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm actually with some of the other sports, and I was like, hey, all right, you wanna play? You wanna do stuff like that? Meet me at center court. You know what I mean? We can duke it out. Now I just take the consequences. Well, I'm like Tristan Thompson. He said, I'm following him home. I mean, somebody's like, hey, fire that man, and we following him home. We're going to see what he's going to be about.
Think it was a different tune.
You think you think it'd be a different tune?
Yeah, it'd be a different tune.
Oh, come on, man. Way different tune. It's easy to do it because you understand. Like I said, just think about if you was on the street. Who you know ever spit on somebody playing basketball? Not one person. That's legit. Like, everybody going to be like, what? And they going to let them whoop your tail. I almost cursed on here, but it's just like that's super offensive.
I've been spit on before, so I know what it feels like.
Now the thing with the heckling the family, I mean, yeah, she shouldn't be doing that, but at the same time, they heckle NBA players. It's part of it comes with the territory, right? All of the other stuff, the sexual stuff, I guess, yeah, that can be banned. That's just like when the fan yelled at LeBron when he was walking to the tunnel. She was like, well, what did she say? Well, I don't know if I can say it.
Yeah, you can.
She was like, you pussy ass. And he stopped like, wait, what? And they didn't think about this. They didn't even ban her for that. So that's heckling. You know what I mean? That's like the extreme heckling, right?
Yeah.
They didn't ban her for that because you talking. So that's why that part, okay, it's a borderline. But the other stuff, when you throw something on somebody, then the NBA should, banning ain't enough. Because I still got spat on, or I still got popcorn thrown on me. But if I was to retaliate, I'm losing my job, my endorsements, and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just banning them ain't enough. They need to do something else, something more.
So what do you think about the people that say, well, if I get paid $37 million, I get popcorn dumped on me all the time?
No,
you think they're just saying that just in a moment because they ain't got that type of money?
Yes, it's easy to say that when you don't have that type of money. That's with anything, right? If anybody ever had, well, that's everybody, right? We all, us, I say everybody. We all didn't have money until we got jobs, right?
Yeah.
Everybody always say, oh, man, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. But then when you get a job, you're like, well, nah.
Yeah, everything.
I guess, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, oh, I'm going to have a nice house. I'm gonna have a nice car, but then you get your Honda 2000 Accord or something. I'm keeping this until the wheels fall off, right? So you can say, because it happens in our profession, in anybody's profession. Everybody, oh, you're a manager. If I was making that type of money, with more money comes more problems, more bills, more everything. So you really can't say what you would do with that type of money.
CJ, how many people you think? Okay, let's start. How many NBA players you think you could beat up?
I'm gonna pick myself over anybody. Even though I know I would lose, I'm still gonna.
So if you dumping popcorn on Russell Westbrook, you could take him on.
Yeah, if I'm that bold to do that, I'm ready to fight. Then at that point, you know what I mean? If you that bold to do something like that, then you ready to you so angry that you ready to fight him because you can't get to him, so you're gonna throw something on him, right?
Yeah. So you can beat Russell Westbrook up.
Oh, I mean, I'm taking myself. That's all I'm doing. I'm taking myself in any fight. Because if hey, look, it ain't just we fighting. It's all rules. Ain't no rules.
Dude, I'm not getting spat on or fucking popcorn on. I'm losing everything.
But it's weird to me to think that to be like we've been at games. Like that's just a weird thing to want to do to somebody.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Like we've been a fan, we've been in the stands close to players. That's just weird to do to somebody.
You know what I think it is sometimes? I think it's all for the clout for sometimes. You know what I mean? I think it was like planned to be like, hey, try to throw popcorn on West, or try to throw something at them just so your name, because you getting your 2 days of fame.
That's true.
All over the news and stuff. You know what I mean? So sometimes it could be like, yeah, you got banned or whatever. But like I said, that's why there should be more because okay, I got banned, whatever. I ain't got to go to that stadium no more.
Right.
How would they know if I went to? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, how would they know you?
What do you think is the punishment then, CJ? What do you think? What do you think people should get punished? Like, what's the most that should be done?
I think they should. I heard this I was listening to somebody else's podcast. I'm not going to shout them out, but whatever. They should actually get a day or two of jail time because you're actually doing something. A day. I wouldn't say a week because it's only. I mean, depending on what you throwing at them, right? I mean, a pitcher throws a 100-mile-an-hour fastball at somebody's head and don't get no jail time, right? So, but I think the fans should definitely get jail time because they there to entertain, and you messing with entertainers at that point. You in a house, so-called, and you throwing stuff on them. So we should be able to at least get you a day or two, and then you get processed and all of that good stuff. So now you actually seeing some of the repercussions because now if you get a day or two of jail time, you might lose your job. So now you're feeling the same thing that the players feel. You know what I mean? So
in wrestling, you get your ass beat.
Really?
By the wrestler.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. There was an incident like a long time ago when I was a kid in WWF. Eddie Guerrero, he was in a match at one point, and fucking some fan that he thought was part of the script went into the ring and like interrupted the match mid match, and then Eddie Guerrero didn't know who he was, and when he found out who he was, he swung at the fan. Started trying to beat the shit out of him.
Oh my god!
Oh wow!
So that's what they should do, right? Like, you should try to beat your ass. Even at other like local wrestling that I go to, if you mess with these wrestlers, you better be ready to get your ass beat. And a lot of them are in accordance with that. Like, let's beat your ass for doing what you did.
It should be like that, but with all the legal litigation and all that stuff,
what could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Get your ass beat.
The fact that about it is, even if I think about this, the law, right? Even if I was to swing at you first, and you had a lot of money, and you swung me and struck me, I can technically sue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what, I mean, would I win because I swung first? If you had a good lawyer, probably not. But just the hassle of it, right?
Right.
So.
All right, well, we've got the playoffs going on right now. The NBA playoffs are going on. We got some interesting teams in the mix. Clearly, right now, we're watching the fucking Knicks get their ass beat. And everybody was high on the Knicks, right?
What is everybody? You a Knicks fan?
Hell no. But and then shout out Pops. He's a big Derrick Rose fan, so he's probably sad right now that his boy is getting his ass beat. So we're gonna shout Pops out. But yeah, so with the playoffs going on, who we got? Who we got, Keith? Who we got, CJ? Who we got from the West? Who we got from the West?
Oh, I'm going with Dallas and the Lakers.
You gotta pick one.
Oh, Lakers. I'm going with Lakers in the championship.
Okay. And in the East?
I got Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Really?
I desperately want Brooklyn to get there, but I don't think they're gonna get there. So.
Oh my God. What about you, Saj?
Oh man, he just picked some bad teams. I'm gonna agree with him in the West. The way the Clippers look, it was only two teams coming out the West. The way the Clippers look, they don't look good enough. So I'm gonna have to ride with the Lakers out the West. Out the East, it's the definitive Brooklyn. 100%.
You think so?
100%.
What?
You don't think Jason Tatum got 3 more 50-point games in him?
He might have it, but they don't mean they're gonna win. He only won about 5 points. Maybe he had 50.
What about the Sixers?
I know, Joel Embiid.
The Sixers don't have enough. Ben Simmons can't shoot the ball. That's a problem. I mean, as much as Embiid dominates the game, Simmons not being able to shoot, I can double down on Embiid. And I'm forcing Simmons to shoot. What, you gonna clog the lane? You can clog the lane, so I'm forcing Simmons to shoot.
Right.
They can have as many shooters they want to. If Ben Simmons ain't taking that shot, they're not winning that championship.
Yeah, the Sixers suck. I think I got the Lakers, man. Fuck everybody else. I got the Lakers.
You said you got the Lakers. So who you got for the East? Who you got for the championship? Who you got for the championship? Then
I hope it's Brooklyn. I hope it's Brooklyn.
So you got a 7-game series, or you got?
Yeah, I still got it late. What do you like in 7 games? Like how many?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. I think it would go 7.
Really?
I think it would go 7.
Who you got? You got Brooklyn in 4?
No, I ain't got that.
Yeah, who you got, CJ?
I got Brooklyn winning it all in
5.
5 games. And this is my perspective. Which I was gonna ask you, what's your take on it, and how would they win? Yeah, I'm gonna ask you first. How do you think the Lakers would dominate Brooklyn if they can? Because you got Brooklyn out the East, right?
Yeah.
So how do you think or Keith, in your aspect, how you think they would dominate the team in the East? I actually think the top tier teams in the East are actually better than the top tier teams in the West.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Top tier, not conference. The conference obviously is the West.
Right.
But top tier, you go. Let's just take 1, 2, and 3, right? Well, even the Lakers, right? I think the Sixers are better than everybody in the West except the Lakers, and probably Clippers. I think Milwaukee better than everybody except the Lakers. I think Brooklyn better than all of them.
What about Atlanta?
Nah, man. It's Scrub Bowl that's on right now. That's why ain't nobody watching it. Nobody want to watch that.
Game over.
That's like when LeBron was in the East. He had a cakewalk. Oh, we gonna play.
So Kevin Durant got a cakewalk too, right?
Yeah.
They got a cakewalk.
Well, he don't have a cakewalk because of the matchup gonna be the next round is what is it, Milwaukee and Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's gonna be a series?
I'm waiting
Keith?
for that. Yeah.
What do you think? How many games and who you got?
Probably.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, Milwaukee. I'm gonna go Milwaukee in 6.
Milwaukee in 6.
In 6.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What do you think about What about the Nets? Does not convince you?
They don't play defense. And they can have off games.
That's the thing for me.
They can have off
That's
games.
the thing for me.
Like, they can have off games.
So look, I get what y'all saying. They can have off games, but everybody can have off games, right? But I get y'all saying the Nets can have off games. But I would take my chances on 3 superstars not having an off game versus role players not having an off game. Because Giannis can score 40 and they can lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's true. But I think
because it's only Giannis. You're banking on Middleton and Lopez.
I think it's the way that the Brooklyn plays. That
yeah.
Brooklyn plays. The way they go cold, right? So it's not so much. It's the way Kyrie can go cold out of nowhere. It's the way James Harden's three can not fall, and then now you're back to the same thing. I think those are high probabilities of happening, right? Of Harden shooting really bad and just not scoring.
Going in.
It's just not going in because it's happened to him.
But I just want to know where do y'all get that information? Because anytime Harden has ever, I can't remember a streak where Harden has had 2 to 3 bad games, or Kevin Durant has had 2 to 3 bad games, or even Kyrie for that matter.
And I think it's gonna boil down to those key moments, right? And we've seen James Harden and Kevin Durant and even Kyrie fold under those moments.
Yeah, I think they can like have a good game but still lose. That's the thing.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's not so much the confidence in the team no more at that point.
I mean, I get it because I want to see that series too. I think it's probably gonna go 7 or 6 in Brooklyn's favor. But I just think the firepower of the superstars is just too much. Like Jason Tatum had to have 50 points to beat them.
Yep.
Kyrie had an off night.
Yep.
Joe Harris had an off night. I mean, Blake didn't score. Durant had 40.
How does the Brooklyn bench look?
It's okay. I like
it's all right.
I like Claxton coming off the bench. I like Shamit. They okay. I'm not.
So what happens? What if one of the superstars gets hurt, CJ?
Now then, if the superstar get hurt, then it's all bets off at that point.
Oh.
But
one or multiple.
One.
All it takes is one.
Only if the one is Kyrie. If
All
Kyrie get hurt, I think they still can take on anybody. If James Harden or KD get hurt, then it's over.
It's a wrap.
I still see James Harden and Kevin Durant as the top 2 of the top 5 players. Top 6, maybe.
Are they the healthier team? Between the Lakers and Brooklyn, let's say they play each other. Are they the two who's more healthier of the two?
Brooklyn's more healthy.
Brooklyn's more healthy?
People wouldn't say that because they ain't got Spencer Dinwiddie and
I mean, they played all year without Spencer Dinwiddie, but the Lakers, who just got hurt for them? I think it was Caldwell Pope or somebody.
Oh yeah, but he'll be all right.
And the shooting guard for Milwaukee got hurt, right?
DiVincenzo, Dante DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo,
yeah. So he got hurt. I mean, the last couple of games they looked good, but if you look at who they was playing, Miami, right? Who swept them last year, by the way.
They suck. They were a bubble team.
Yeah.
Everybody want to say the Lakers were a bubble team. Nah, the fucking Heat was a bubble team.
The Heat, they had nobody willing to take shots. Yeah, they pride themselves on the defensive end. They want to stick in D. I mean, the Brooklyn know that they don't stick D, but they know they're gonna score. You got to score with them. You know what I mean? Like it's like we gonna score 120 points. Can you get up there? Simple as that.
Right. All right. Well, we'll see how our fucking picks do. So Keith has the Lakers
and
Bucks. CJ has the Lakers and Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I have the Lakers and Brooklyn.
And we got Kevin Durant winning Finals MVP, right?
What a fucking loser.
Actually, I got James Harden winning Finals MVP.
See, B. This is what I've been trying to tell you. Why do you have James Harden? Why not Kevin Durant?
I think James Harden is actually an overall more valuable player than Kevin Durant on that team. Even when Kevin Durant played with Golden State, I think it could have went to Steph. They could have easily went to Steph, right? But he's a scoring machine for real. Like, can't nobody stop him. But James Harden is a scoring machine, facilitator. I mean, he just do overall way more rebounding. I mean, he almost averaging a triple-double.
Does this solidify KD? As a like a.
I don't have to go to no.
As a ship.
Nah, I don't think so. If it was just 2 people, well, all 3 of them, you expect them to win. There's no doubt about it. You expect them to win. Even if they don't win this year, you expect them to win.
So does it hurt him if he doesn't?
So does it hurt him if?
Yeah, I don't look at KD. I mean, it hurts him, but I would never look at KD in the all-time greatest ever. Anyway.
How many does he have?
2.
He got 2.
He only got 2.
He lost 2. 1-2 and lost 2.
Yeah, he 2-2 in the finals.
How come nobody talks about his record in the finals?
But that's what I'm saying. he not looked at. He not challenging Jordan. LeBron ain't challenging Jordan either. So
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Fucking
But
LeBron and
the reason why they
Jordan.
don't talk about him because people like Mike, LeBron, Magic, they like game changers. Like as soon as you get one of them on your team, you instantly championship contenders, right? You don't look at KD like that. If you put, like they said, if you put KD on a 2007 Cavaliers team, they'd probably be what, the 8 seed, 9th, 7th seed, maybe. Not to say that he ain't great. He can score, but LeBron was doing all of that. He never had a season like LeBron had overall, like where he was scoring and facilitating. You know what I mean? Making everybody around him better, making the records better. He always had a co-star with him at all times. You know what I mean? Russell Westbrook was with him from the beginning.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, it's good talking some shit, man. Then we're gonna cut it off. I don't know how much time we had, but
yeah, it's fine.
I know we talked for at least what
20 minutes.
20 minutes or so.
Hey, Berto, the next time we gotta talk about that GOAT conversation because he shouldn't be nowhere near that. So
Well, yeah, we gotta. That's gonna be. We need a whole fucking episode for that.
Yeah, we need a whole episode.
We need a whole episode to talk about how fucking great LeBron is and how much better Space Jam 2 is gonna be than Space Jam 1. And we gotta.
You said, wait, what happened?
I said we gotta talk about how great LeBron is, and then we also gotta talk about how much better Space Jam 2 is gonna be than Space Jam 1.
Oh my
But
God.
that's for another thing, right?
Oh my
I'm
God.
sick of these
That's
fucking.
that's a full episode.
Yeah, it's a full episode. I'm sick of all these fucking people not giving him his credit, man, and trying to see him.
They giving him his credit. It just ain't better.
It ain't better. It ain't better. I'm telling you, man. You gonna give me? There's one thing that does piss me off is this shit.
The
So
GOAT conversation.
yeah. But we gotta leave that for a day. That's a full episode.
Yeah.
So, well, we appreciate you, Sedge, for hopping on and talking some sports with us.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Oh, anytime, man.
You enjoy your
Thanks for
Vegas
having me
trip.
on. Mr. Pushing Buttons himself, Berto.
enjoy your trip. Congratulations. Take it to Pound Town. Do a little soaking.
Oh my God.
Do a little soaking. You know, try it out. Tell me how it goes. Bring it back to the next episode.
I was just going to say on the next episode, like, yeah, it's not for me. But
All right, Sedge. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right, see.
all right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, bro. No, that was good. That was a good conversation about some sports for once. That's gonna dictate. I don't want to spoil it. We got some things going on in the background, you know, and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna get a new thing going. And me and Keith are working on it. And we're trying to see where we go with it. But we're gonna have some fun little things for the guys out there, you know. Maybe the girls too, women if they like the sports talks, we're gonna also bring them in. We have some people who want to talk some sports with us.
Yes, and we feel like sports. You know, we can do sports, but this is not really a sports thing.
Yeah, we're not a sports podcast.
So we don't want to center it around.
But
sports.
this week we did because it's an episode about whatever, and I dictate how those goes typically. So I think we're good. I think we did a good job this week.
I think we did all right.
I think we did all right. We did a little talking about soaking, and then we did a little talk about some sports. A little talk about... That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not too bad. So, something to hold over people until the crew's back together.
Yeah, next week. Can't wait for Claudia to come back.
Yeah, Claudia, we miss you. And so yeah, but before we get out of here, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your ass. We're on YouTube, so go subscribe. Keith would greatly appreciate it, even though he won't tell you. Thanks, Sedge, for being on. We appreciate it. Don't forget, we are your podcast favorite podcast, and we are outie. Peace.